World leaders in the 1970s emerged in a decade of turmoil ensued by Cold War tensions, oil price shocks, and a number of high-profile acts of terrorism. Among these male-dominated leaders rose brilliant and remarkable women like Indira Gandhi, Margaret Thatcher, and Elizabeth Domitian. But the most notable, yet overlooked, is 70-year-old Golda Meir.
We welcome you as the Prime Minister of Israel.
This Russian-born, American-bred woman rose to the height of success without the benefit of powerful family ties. Beyond that, she was twice an immigrant to new lands, a fact that continues to remind us that leadership often emerges from the most unlikely places. Meir's grit and perseverance propelled her to make immense contributions to humanity, not only during her term as Prime Minister, but throughout her life, despite being hindered by societal norms and institutional discrimination. This is her story. Some of Golda Meir's earliest memories include her father boarding up their house during the 1905 Kiev pogrom, where mobs killed over 100 Jews. From a young age, Meir displayed exemplary leadership and public speaking skills, as she and her friends formed the American Young Sisters Society in 4th grade to raise money to buy textbooks for students in need. This would be only the first of many successful fundraisers of her illustrious career. Despite facing poverty and her father's reluctance to support her education, Golda's determination led her to become the valedictorian of her class, defying societal expectations. Seeking intellectual stimulation and political engagement, Golda ran away to Denver with her only 10 cents per hour earnings as an English immigrant teacher. She immersed herself in the radical circles of socialist Zionists and labor Zionists, immersed by topics ranging from Yiddish literature, Zionism, socialism, to women's suffrage. Golda Meir in 1918 attended the first convention of the American Jewish Congress as a delegate. Golda acquired her first political position as secretary of the Women's Labor Council in 1928. Just 2 years later, she became one of the founding leaders of Mapai. As her career flourished, the separation in her marriage widened, and her guilt over the time lost apart from her kids as she frequently traveled abroad increased. Sometimes, Golda's children had to attend labor meetings just to see her mother. While Golda started to gain more powerful political positions, she continued to strongly support and advocate for Jewish migration to Israel. During Golda's time as the Minister of Labor, she was faced with sexism from other political leaders, such as when she was unfairly not elected for mayor of Tel Aviv. The establishment of the State of Israel in 1948 marked a turning point for Golda Meir. She became a prominent advocate for her nation, traveling to U.S. and successfully raising funds to equip Israel's armed forces. Her courage even took her behind enemy lines, where she attempted to persuade King Abdullah of Jordan to stay out of the war. Golda Meir's unyielding dedication to the State of Israel led her to become the foreign minister in 1956. Her unique approach, characterized by simplicity and directness, set her apart from her counterparts worldwide. She fostered relationships with African nations, sharing Israel's technical and agricultural expertise. In an unexpected turn of events, Golda Meir became Israel's prime minister in 1969, following the death of Levi Eshkol. Her leadership was marked by challenges, none more significant than the Yom Kippur War in 1973. Despite the loss of thousands of lives, Meir's resolve and commitment to her nation remained unshakable. In her later years, Golda Meir evolved into an elder stateswoman and a beloved public figure. Despite the public's initial criticism following the war, her reputation was restored and she became a symbol of resilience and inspiration. Even though she never directly advocated for women's rights and gender equality, she was a symbol of women empowerment and paved the way for future generations of women to aspire to become political leaders. Golda Meir, a trailblazer.
a visionary, and a woman of unwavering determination, but above all, her utmost passion and love for her people and country. Her extraordinary life was not without pain or controversy, but it was revolutionary.